From the UK to Australia.
Yeah.
They get some speed up on the water bits, eh?
Yeah. No, it wouldn't have been too bad. Over Turkey and maybe a little bit of Eastern Asia, and then there's a good ship from Malaysia maybe, or something like that. But anyway, work and other commitments got in the way.
Yeah.
So it was all put on hold. And unfortunately, it was back in 2004 when Charlie and Ewan did the Long Way Round.
Yeah.
That relit the flame again.
Oh, it was bad for me. She was so angry when that show came on. It's bad.
Yeah. So yeah, that lit the flame, and then we started doing a little bit of research and wondering where we could go.
Have you done it on a fairly decent budget, or did you rob the bank, sell the house, sell the mother-in-law?
No, so I could have sold the mother-in-law. That would have been ideal. No, we.
There is a market. I'm just saying.
No, we worked the butts off for quite a few years beforehand. Yeah, no kids. Lot of overtime, lot of saving.
Selling my kids. You guys just heard that. I love you, but you're living with Grandma now.
Yep.
What were you doing for work before this?
I used to work for a waste haulage company.
Yeah.
And they were good enough to let me go.
Bless them.
Yeah.
Did you have the GS before, or did you get it for the trip?
It was bought for the trip. Yeah, we'd had a
Cub 50 before that?
Yeah, sort of comfort. We had
No, we
gold
Oh, yeah.
20 years beforehand. And
Yeah.
then, I got a Pan-European.
Yeah.
STX, or whatever they called it over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and absolutely no off-road experience whatsoever, because we don't have any off-road in the UK anymore.
Yeah, Green Lanes is it, eh?
Yeah. So two-day course with BMW, and that's it. It's all my experience.
I almost got a deer the other day on my bike.
Oh.
Yeah. I didn't see it till the last minute, and I was on both brakes, and my camera was on my tank, which was great. So I caught it. It's on YouTube.
Yeah.
And but man, I have no idea how I made it round.
Yeah.
Not a clue. There was no thinking. It was just it was all, yeah, it must. I'm gonna call it instinct for the camera, but it was fluke. All I thought was, oh, I just put a tire on this. How long are these tires lasting you?
I've been getting 10,000 miles out of a rear.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty much shot by the time I change them.
No, yeah.
Got to get as much out.
Looks like a race slick when you're done.
Yeah, that front was put on new in Lima, in Peru.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's going to get us all the way to Puerto Bay before I drop the new one on.
Yes.
Replace that in Bloomington in Indiana.
Are you running goop in the tires? No? My friends are using Ride-On. I was using Green Slime. It doesn't balance as nice, but the Ride-On is really good. Like you can put, like, when you go to change the tires, you'll find like porcupine quills and chickens in there, stuff that would flatten your tire normally, and you just have no idea. And it's about $30 a tire to do.
Yeah.
So it's well worth it.
Yeah, I've used it when we were riding through Africa, but
stop the AK rounds, does it?
Yeah. But we've had one puncture in the whole trip, and that was picked up in Bogota, in a car park.
I catch I catch one every time I go out. It's ridiculous. I gotta stop living at a nail factory, I think.
Yeah, we travelled a little while with a French guy on an Africa Twin, and you get 3 or 4 punches a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the bikes. Maybe the BMWs are just like, you know what, actually I'm too cool for nails. And the Hondas are like, hey, I'll take all the friends I can get.
Yep.
Oh. So has it cost you a lot to do?
I think we're sticking to our planned sort of budget, which is about £1,000 a month.
Really? That's fantastic.
Yeah, but it's
balancing out over the expensive countries and the cheap countries.
Yeah.
It's starting to creep up a little bit now. The US, Canada.
Yeah.
And not by a great deal.
Where are you headed next?
Alaska.
Are you going up?
Yep.
Cool.
We're
What have you done in Canada? Have you been coming up the coast, or?
No, we're just flying through at the moment to get to Prudhoe Bay before the weather turns.
Yeah.
And then we're going to come back and have a little bit of slow time going through Canada and stuff.
Came in at Winnipeg.
Came in at Winnipeg.
Yeah.
Mostly Highway 1 all the way across to Calgary and then...
Bit boring in the middle, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was fast asleep there.
Yeah. Hope he wasn't. Although, you know, you get going a good clip, it doesn't matter if you have a nap for a bit. That's awesome. Yeah, I was. What tires are these?
Continental TKC 80s.
I have an SV650, and it has a tendency to not want to stay on the pavement either, because we live down in the Okanagan.
All right.
And there's just a lot of bush between, you know, home and work, and sport tires don't like that. So I seen a little GS 500 with, and he had Triumph Scrambler tires on it.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, that'd just be like the bike I used to ride in England that used to get nicked every weekend, because I live next to a council estate, and so you'd ride it in just outside Manchester in Glossop. So up there, a nameless town that you get mugged in all the time if you sound American, especially. But yeah, it used to be adventures on the weekend. Go find your bike, bring it home, ride it during the week, go out on the weekend, find your bike, bring it home. It was good. There's always a different color, you know, which it was actually nice once you got to figure out whereabouts your bike was going to be, because it was one of a few houses, right? Yeah. And yeah, sometimes you'd buy it back, and sometimes you'd just take it, and it was always fun. But it was like riding a different bike every time, because bits would get changed, and you come back, you had a different seat on. It was getting pretty stripped down towards the end there. I had it 3 years, and it was not the same bike I started with.
I did that with that little step through that we had, and it kept disappearing. And the police phoned us up one time.
Nicked from the police station?
Yeah,
no, the police station.
They phoned us up one time and told us where it was, so we went straight round to get it, and we said, where did you say it was? Well, we're here and it's not here. It's gone again.
Yeah, my mum had a little Cub 90 and a little Cub 50, and it used to go too.
Yeah.
But the 50, they brought back. It disappeared for 2 weeks and then showed up on our front lawn. I was like, it's back. Thank you, Jesus. I'm like, it'll go again, Mom. They just want us to fix whatever they broke. Well, we own the Domino's down in Penticton, which is south end of Okanagan Lake. So if you ever make it down there, come in. I'll feed you.
Penciled in on the way back.
Some good roads. Some good roads. I mean, they might not compare to some of the roads you've been on. I think at this point it probably doesn't matter. A road's a road, right?
No, we were lucky yesterday. We met up with a guy who invited us to stay with him for a couple of days on the way up.
Yeah.
In Jasper.
Yeah.
And he's an engineer on VIA trains.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So he left for work yesterday, and we left our house to move on up. We were coming as far as Prince George. But he said the train pulls into...
The train was coming from Jasper to
From
Prince George as well.
Jasper to Prince George. We pulled into McBride. That was it. So we met them there. We stopped there for lunch and then met the train when it came in. Took a few photographs of him at work. And they invited Lorraine onto the train, so she rode the rest of the way on the train.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, was that neat?
Yeah. I don't think I got the most scenic part. It was just all through. It was like a tunnel of trees all the way.
Yeah.
But it was quite good. No, it was a bit different sitting on the back of the ride.
Warmer, less bugs.
Yeah, dry, no bugs.
Well, I managed to find a few
Coffee
little
on tap.
side roads.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Shoot off.
Oh, you had
Come up to a little dirt road off to the side and just have a look on the Garmin, see if it linked back up to the main route, and yep, that's okay, we'll go and have a little bit of fun up there.
How many things you got plugged in?
Just MP3 and the Garmin, that's it.
No cameras on the helmets or anything, or?
No, I've got a bullet cam which I'll plug in occasionally.
Yeah.
And we do a lot of video on just the normal camera.
Yeah. I'm very jealous. Very jealous. Would you like to ride in comfort the rest of the way, and I'll just
And sit in the back.
I'll cuddle?
It's a bit awkward loaded this morning. It's I'm squeezed in.
Yeah.
Sometimes just when you put it on, it's not quite.
Do you have the bike lowered?
No.
No? That sits real height?
That's standard. I've jacked up the suspension as far up as it'll go, the damping and the rebane.
Yeah.
But with the original BMW seat, I'll just tiptoes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was going to say, you're about the same height as me.
Even with a load on.
Yeah.
But I'll change the seat, I've got a lower seat on it.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah.
I was looking at it. It looks more manageable.
Yeah. And I'm planted both feet now with that.
Good.
That's good.
Well, that's fantastic, guys. You guys ride safe, and I'll be jealous the whole way home, stuck in my nice car with no air conditioning. Say, we'll buy a newer car. It'll be good. The only thing that's broke is the air conditioning in Canada, where it's always hot theoretically. You getting a lot of rain yet?
I've had a little bit, but not too much.
Expect a little more.
Yeah. Everybody keeps saying it's been terrible the last couple of months, I feel.
You know, it's weird. They say we're going to get summer in August. It's just going to hit hard. So, La Nina year or El Nino year, one of them.
El Nino, yeah.
El Nino, yeah. And I remember it was just wonky. And everyone's like, oh, we've never seen anything like this before. But it happens every time we get one, right? They just forget, right? It's a new generation every 9 years or something they come. It's or 11 years. I remember last time it was horrendous weather and then fantastic weather, and they're like, oh, where's it coming from? And then this time all the weather people are saying the same thing. I'm pretty sure I remember this well because I lost a whole bunch of fake money investing in commodities because of it. I was testing the waters with fake money.
Yeah.
Thank God. Do you want to trade? Just come on. You go back to my life and I'll go spend the rest of my $12. Pick up your bike at Prince George if you want. About as far as I can get. All right. Well, we will.